All right, let's get started. Shift A, adding a circle again. This time, let's do circle and let's go to the top view. And I'm going to change to a 24 vertices. And this time, I'm just going to use a triangular fan because it's much easier for what we're trying to do. And then go to the edit mode. And now, because we are going to do a hexagon, which is a 6 vertice shape, so what we're going to do here is to insert it to getting some support loop. And let's do one more time. And then now what I'm going to do next is I'm going to draw the hexagon based on this plane. So let's turn on the statistic one more time, and then I'm going to actually select 6 vertices because we have total 24 vertices. If we divide it by 6, then we are going to actually 4 vertices for each one. So what we're going to do here, I'm just going to select 4 vertices or 4 edges right here. So I'm going to connect these two. Hit J to join that. So same thing. Let me see if I'm going to select that. That's 4 edges. So I'm going to connect these 2 points. Okay. Hit J. Same thing here. I believe is these guys. J. And this one to here. This one J. And I think it's right here. Sorry, this vertice, this one, hit J, and go with this one, with that, hit J. Now you probably already see there are a lot of triangles, but we will fix that later, okay? So now, based on this single plane, I'm going to adding some volume, okay? Hit A to select everything, hit E and grab it, and getting some thickness going on here. And then I'm going to go to the top view, number 3 to face selection mode, and to select all these faces, and hit E and Z to adding some thickness for the hexagon shape, right? So now we have the perfect round for the cylinder, and also we have hexagon on the top of it. And later on, we're gonna adding another cylinder or circle on the top, so we will do that later on. Let's do an I key to insert it one more time. Then what I would do next is go to the vertice selection mode. I'm going to delete this center vertice because there's so many triangles. I don't need that. Hit X to delete the vertice, and then holding Alt and click and to select this loop, and hit F key to fill it. Now we already filled the top part, and then I'm going to creating a circle within there. Hit I to insert it one more time. And next, I'm going to using the loop tool. So if you don't have that, when you do right click loop tools, you need to go to the edit and the preferences and go to the add-on. You search loop tool, and this one is coming with Blender. You just need to check on this. So okay, so you can do that. Right click, and then we're gonna come here, making sure you select this loop. Right click and come here to select circle. Now we have a perfect circle. However, you can see that the circle looks a little bit bigger, too big for this surface. I'm gonna hit S to scale it down a tiny bit, and then I insert it one more time, and then I'll go to the side view, hit E, and I'm just drag some height with this. So this is pretty much what we are trying to do with a cylinder on the bottom, and then we have a hexagon, and then we have another cylinder. This is pretty nice, cool shapes. You know, think about it. You can put some products onto it. It just can be a kind of like a product stand when you're doing photography rendering. Okay, so next I'm going to certainly adding some bevels in order to maintain the sharp edges, and then we can apply a subsurface modifier. And again, to always do that, go to the edit mode, and number 2, the edge selection mode, and then we're gonna go select and come back here and select sharp edges. So now we need to double check if all these edges been selected correctly. These are the sharp edges that we want to bevel. So it looks all right, and I'm going to hit Control B to bevel it, Control B to bevel it. and then left click, and then I'm gonna adjusting the width. Let's do just 0.01 and the 2 segment, and I want to maintain the shape, so I'm gonna do 1, and also making sure what the one we want to use is not a sharp instead of arc, so it has tiny change over here. So now it looks pretty good to me. Okay, click it out and go to the vertices selection mode. I know we have a big n-gon on the top, so go to the top view, hit I key, and then we can fix that later. All right. Okay, now let's go check with the vertices. Let's go with quick menu, like face to size, and if I'm going to select any triangle, yes, we have a bunch of triangles here. And also, if you pay attention, because we're using the hexagon, basically we can divide this shape by 6 parts, and they are going to look identical. So I'm just going to using the mirror modifier and array modifier to recreate this shape and make everything much easier to change. But before doing this, and I'm gonna fix this triangle first, and also we have some n-gon and 5 vertices, so I'm going to fix that real quick. And you can see here this corner, you already bevel it, but this is a very classic one that we need to do a quick fix, and you already seen that so many times in my previous case study. And what we're going to do here, we're going to select these 2 vertices, hit J to join them, and just kind of do that, and then select this edge, hit the X key to dissolve the edge. Now everything is supposed to be fixed for this, so everything is a quad now. Okay, everything. And also here, this one is certainly a triangle. So what we can do here, we are going to hit Control R to adding a loop cut. So now this one is a fixed. It's going to be a quad. Same thing over here, adding that. So now we can focusing on this corner and then to delete everything else and then recreate this shape using a mirror modifier and array modifier. Next, I'm going to join these 2 vertices, J, hit J, and I believe this is corner right here, so I'm probably going to stop right here. So this is the one that we need to maintain. All right, go to Alt Z, the X-ray mode. I'm just going to delete everything else. I believe this one is extra as well. Let's see, yes, these vertices. Okay. Yeah, looks about right. Hit X to delete vertices, and then this is the one unit that we are going to use. Then let's go to this wrench icon. We're gonna go with array modifier, and then we're gonna add a empty, Shift A to adding a empty right here. It's in the center of the cursor, and then select this items or this 1/6 of the pie, and then we're gonna do right click to set origin to 3D cursor. So which means the origin and the 3D cursors has been replaced over here. So what we need to do to change the array modifier real quick. So we're gonna change the relative offset, uncheck it, and then we're gonna do the object offset, and then select this to the empty, and then I'm gonna increase this by 6. Now you don't see anything because we haven't rotated yet. Then next, I'm going hit R key, and then while holding Control, and I just gonna rotate it, this items until it hitting 60 degrees. You can see that rotation on the left-hand corner, and then click. Now, if we go to edit mode, you will see this is the shape that we already created, and then everything is being duplicated, working around here. And then we will need making sure we check the merge, and also to check the first to and the last. Then what do we do? We're going to adding a subsurface modifier, Control 2, or adding a right here, adding 2 levels. So you can see that we have a beautiful subsurface modifier added on, and then tap it out, and then right click to shade smooth. So that looks beautiful, right? If we go to the edit mode, let's see, everything we need to fix? Yeah, we probably just gonna go ahead to fix this because this is another triangle. We can easily just hit join this vertices and then delete these. Hit X to dissolve the edges. Okay, so now this looks good, and I think we're looking pretty good. Double G to slide it over here because this is an entire flat surface. That's all good, so we don't need to worry too much about it. So now what I can do here, I can just simply apply the array modifier. Then all these vertices has been added on. Then we can have access to it. So the last but not least, what we can do here, we can simply to fix this geometry, and let's do that. Hit X to delete vertice, and same thing over here. Hit X to delete the vertice at the bottom. So we have two circles here. Select this loop and then Control F to do the grid fill, and then we can go to the top view. We can do some modification as to the way that we want. So you can just do like this, certainly like something like this. So we need adding a couple more loops until everything is in quad. So I think this looks all right in this way. So that's all good. And then same thing over here at the bottom. So because we can see that in the bottom part is this is not really a full circle, you can do something about it, or you can just select this loop, right click using the loop tool again, go to circle and then make it more even, and hit Control F to grid fill, and then we can do that again. So this looks pretty nice to me, and I think this is pretty good by now. And let's go double check with Q, face by selection. There's no 5 vertice faces. That's about a quad. Okay, everything's quad. Any triangles? Yeah, I don't see any triangles either. So this is pretty much done. If you want to, you can add in a couple more loops to help support the geometries, but that is pretty much all you need to do. Okay, so tab it out. Let's see the shape of this one. And now the empty is useless. Now you can actually delete it or hide it. Now we just finished a pretty good modeling practice and did some modification to learning good topology. All right. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure you hit likes or share comments, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.